Well, thank you very much indeed. We have plenty of food for thought, I think, from our contributors and from reviewing the 10 weeks of talks by historians looking at the decade. And I know so much has filtered out to the localities. You know, there have been events in Kilkeel, in Enniskillen, in Strabane, in Antrim, I know in the Northwest.
Marie Coleman, lecturer in history in Queen's University, and a blow-in from the Free State. My question is for Dr. Mansur, and I'm just wondering, from your own background, working as an advisor to previous Taoiseach, when the Irish governments started to think seriously about how this period would be commemorated, we've obviously had dry runs with the state funerals of the men executed and buried in Mountjoy, and obviously we had the 2006 was the 90th anniversary of the Rising, was a bit of a dry run for 2016. So I just wondered, could you throw some light on that and what the initial thoughts around it were when it started to be debated in government circles in the South?
Well, I suppose you have to go back to, I mean, there were big commemorations in the 90s, first of the famine and then the bicentenary of the 1798 rebellion, which happened to coincide with the Good Friday Agreement. So the two things were sort of running in quite an interesting way together, and in fact I was involved in both of them. The reinterment of the 10 prisoners from Mountjoy who've been executed during the War of Independence, that had long been a demand, you know, for many years, that they should be taken out of prison grounds and, you know, reburied. Now 9 out of the 10 were reburied in Glasnevin, one of them down in County Limerick. So that developed. Now I was no longer an advisor. I was a senator in relation to the 2006 90th anniversary. But I suppose there was a kind of head of steam building up almost in anticipation of the centenary in 2016. So it was decided to make a big thing of the 90th anniversary, especially as there had been some criticism that very little, if anything, had been made of the 75th anniversary back in 1991. And of course, that was taken in tandem. There wasn't suggestion of exactly a parallelism, but the South did for the first time also commemorate that year the 90th anniversary of the Battle of the Somme in the Island Bridge War Memorial Gardens. So you could say there was a degree of balance. You could say that there were also some political motives related to that, but as they say in the film, I couldn't possibly comment.